So, good afternoon, everybody, and yeah, good morning and good evening for the one of you that are in other continents and parts of the world. Thanks a lot for joining this room to learn and, let's say, listen a little bit more about the master course in agroecology and food sovereignty offered by UNISG. I hope that you hear me well and that you can see the screen where I share the presentation. My name is Paola Migliorini. I'm the convenor of this new master. It will be the first edition this year in September 2020. It's a one-year master program based on 3 key dimensions. So agroecology in 3 domains: the food sovereignty dimension, sustainable food system, and sustainable agro-ecosystem or farm level. The 3 of these will be embedded into action and experiential learning approach. That is the pedagogical approach that we are going to use and that we developed for this master program. If you have any problem in listening or following, you can use the chat to write me something. Anyhow, I will leave you at the end of I will give you at the end of the presentation, of course, space for question and answering. So the purpose of this master is to educate, form the next generation of professionals in the agri-food system. So we will form people that will work in sustainable changes and in agroecological transition. So in agroecology, food, sustainability, gastronomy, agriculture, environment, urban and rural development, food sovereignty, and other dimensions. In particular, to deal with complex situations like the one we are facing now with COVID, that was unexpected. So our goal is to provide competencies to develop both at the end research path, like maybe a PhD in different contexts, not only, let's say, very broad, interdisciplinary, but also in work dimension. So, for example, to collaborate with the university and research center, to develop job together with an NGO and social movement or international organization, private company, and also activity in agro and food system. The approach that characterized this master in quite unique experience also, let's say it's an approach that it is based within a Horizon 2020 project that I'm going to present you soon. Anyhow, the idea is to have to work with action and experiential approach that has already several years of theory and practical around the world. In Italy, it's not so common, and that's why we have collaborated with an international group and team for this master program. Here there are some pictures actually of the course that I already give at UNISG, but short course at other master level or in the undergraduate, because it's the normal work that I do in my domain. So when I have course in sustainable agriculture, organic farming, agroecology, and other issues, I always try as much as possible to use action and experiential learning as my daily activity. The aim of this master is to provide a broad vision of what is agroecology and food sovereignty, that more and more is becoming a keyword. Yesterday, European Union published 2 new strategies. The strategies about biodiversity and the farm to fork strategies that clearly cite agroecology as an approach to reach biodiversity, to increase biodiversity, and to apply the farm to fork approach. So I'm very happy about this important result. Then the master, it's also, let's say, will give you the important connection with different dimensions. So the aim is to be transdisciplinary, not anymore to separate the domain, but to keep as much as possible the complex situation as a whole. And then, of course, also it's an experience to make experience about different culture and about different social setting. So to keep together university theory, so high level, with hands-on approach, practical experience in the field at farm and food system level. And so to develop a critical understanding of the complex situation. In particular, we will focus on 4 competences, not only that, but it's part of the goal is to develop dialogue, observation, participation, reflection, and visioning. Because those core competences are very important if you deal with complex situations. So in a short, the master is a first level master, 90 European training credits, like the other master offered by University of Gastronomic Science. It will be we will use the English, and the maximum amount of students that we enroll is 25. So it's a 12-month program, and we have a lot of, I would say, yeah, broad collaborator, because first of all, it's the first time that UNIS developed the master together with Slow Food. Let's say there is a strong connection, because we will use we are involving the Terra Madre community to develop the master. We have at the moment selected already 20. Then there are, I also would like to thank 2 friends, but a colleague of mine, so Professor Guy Leblanc from University of Norway University, that he is also an invited teacher at UNISG since more than 10 years already, but we work together in a European project that is Horizon 2020 project Nextwood, with a specific focus on education in agroecology. And he's also a master in agroecology coordinator in Norway. And the other person is Alexander Wetzel from Isara, that is a famous writer and scientist for agroecology. And we also have several projects together, and we have written some paper and research activity together. So what we are searching is for people that are enthusiasts and activists about food, gastronomy, agroecology, sustainable food system, and food sovereignty, with a bachelor degree in any disciplines, all disciplines. And in case you don't have the bachelor certificate, you can still attend the master course, and at the end you will get a certificate of attendances, but not of course, not the master degree. What are the characteristic elements of this master? As I told you, it's the first time that UNISG is offering this, and is the result of a 1.5-year co-design approach. So the approach that we will use, the pedagogic approach, is action learning, trying to explore transdisciplinary activities. We will use both, of course, vertical, but also horizontal learning, what we call peer learning between students. And already the students that are enrolling are so diverse and so rich in experience that I expect an amazing diversity of cultural background. So I'm already very interested. We will make experience in UNISG Garden. I'm the scientific coordinator of the garden that we have at University of Gastronomic Science in Pollenzo. And so every week we will do practical activity there and in other farms nearby Pollenzo. And the master have developed a mentorship program with the alumni network. You know that UNISG have a broad, rich community of former students around the world. And in particular, we will select 5 of them that will follow the student of this master during the 3rd phase that I'm going to explain what does it mean. We will use also some e-learning activity. And this was decided before the COVID emergency, because I have done very good experience of e-learning, exactly to cut some also environmental cost, but in particular to connect long distance with the people that maybe are not able to come to Pollenzo. When you will be in the remote area of the Terra Madre community, we will continue to be in contact with you, with the students, using some e-learning. The unique action research project. So the thesis will be based on the experience that the student will do. Period that we will be in Pollenzo, we will have a very interactive classroom, some frontal class, and a lot of plenary, small group, individual, and action activity. And it's planned to have 1 study trips. This year we will go to Sicily in March, so it's already warm there. And then, as I told you, there will be also a farm visit or food producer visit during the Pollenzo period, so minimum 10. Then there is also the possibility after this graduation to continue to study in other university like an MBO in Norway and ISARA in France to fulfill the 2nd level, so a master of 2 years that will allow you also to develop the PhD later on in case you are interested. As I told you, we developed this master within a very good experience of research. So it's part of a co-design activity within NextFood project. Is a European research project where we have 19 partners from 4 different continents. And I personally organized 2 workshops in February 2020 and before, February 19 and before it was September 18 to organize this master. And you see that we really started from the participatory and bottom-up approach. So what are the competences that a future agroecologist need to deal with complex situations? So we started from the need, and then we developed the different practical and theoretical approach. Those are some of the countries where we are focusing for the Terra Madre community. As I told you, we work closely with the slow food coordinator of Terra Madre in different continents, and we are selecting them some characteristics. First, of course, security reason, also internet connection, and they are interested in participating in the master. So those communities are the one that are willing to be open to the master student and share knowledge, experience, and receive. No? So it's a mutualistic dialogue research and learning activity. The master is structured in 4 phases. The first 2 are in Pollenzo, in Bra, within the university. The 3rd phase is in Terra Madre community, and the 4th is to finalize and develop the thesis. So the first 2, phase 1, we call it building the ground, a multi-perspective approach. The second one is agroecosystem level and food system level. So we continue to develop the rich picture. And then, as I told you, the 3rd and the 4th are not in Pollenzo, so in Terra Madre community. So the first phase will start at the end of September this year, 2020, and so are the first 3 months. Will end in December 2020. The first month is an introduction about the whole master course. So you will be exposed to a huge amount of information, and let's say it will be a guide period, and you will meet the community. This year, probably Terra Madre event, as we know, with 5,000 people in Torino, will not happen due to the COVID emergency. But anyhow, we will meet the community, probably online. So you will have the possibility to meet all of them. Then October, November, December, there will be what we call building the ground, multiple perspective approach with weekly activity. We have organized the whole master with a cycle of week activity from Monday to Friday. Here you see some of this course. So Agroecology 1, food sovereignty, system thinking, research methodology, cultural ecology and anthropology, sociology and rural development, right to food, food law, gender issue, international economics, and agricultural policy. At the end of this period in December, the student will be matched with the Terra Madre community in group of 2-3 people maximum. So from after the Christmas break in December, we start again with the second phase from January to March, and we will approach the agro-ecosystem far level with climate change, soil, water, biodiversity, foraging and plant, animal husbandry, fisheries, and agriculture. And then we go on with agroecology to food technology, sensory and consumer science, epistemology, agricultural economics, food supply chains, circular economy, and food sovereignty too, so the food governance. So all those are weekly course where you will do a lot of action learning approach. That means also reflection, discussion, and group work. At the end of this period, you will present research, detailed research program for the third phase. And so during this period, you will develop a portfolio. Each of those course will have, of course, general information, but also focus in the Terra Madre community, in your Terra Madre community. So you will develop also not top-down, but bottom-up approach. And after the Easter, you will go in the Terra Madre community to do the action learning and research in Terra Madre community period. So you can stay there 3, 4, or even the 5 months. And the last period, let's say in August 21, from July to September, you will have to finalize the thesis. And in this period, you are not alone. You will be followed closely by the mentors and, of course, by us. And some you will do peer-to-peer. So you will learn also from the other community when your colleagues are in the other. So we will organize e-learning with horizontal information and exchange of the experience and results, the outcome of the research activity. And at the end, there will be the graduation, also with a booklet, so disseminative output about Terra Madre, the group of students, and the outcome. And so, as I told you, there will be also the possibility to go on with to finalize a second year of a master in another university. So the enrollment process is open since January, and we have already several applications. The deadline has been postponed from the 15th of June to the 29th of June, so 15 days more. I will answer as soon as possible to the question. Just finish the presentation and then I will answer your question. So it's 1 year from September to September 2020 to 21. The attendance is mandatory, and of course, due to the COVID emergency, probably some students will not be able to join. Probably, we don't know exactly. From September to December, at least, we are. Let's say we will see how the situation will evolve. So we will offer a blended activity. Let's say for the student that will be in Pollenzo, we will do on-person activity, and for the one that will be maybe 1, 2, 3 months still online, we will do the same activity but virtual. Okay, so it will be complex for us, but I think we can do it. the fee are the same that the other master at UNISG, but we have one scholarship, one full scholarship and one half scholarship, and you can apply according to the rules. So there is the manifesto and guide on the website. And during the master, there will be also career office of UNIS that will follow you. We are organizing several workshops in order to develop also your personal attitude and individual, let's say, path for future development on different domain. So this is the let's say the team where we are working closely. So there is myself, the convenor, and together with me, I would like also to introduce you Natalia Rastrogueva, that is a researcher within Next Food activity, as well as Charlotte Lorenzo, that was a master student before graduated, and now she's also in my research group. So the three of us are every day working hard for this master, and then there are a list of visiting professors from different universities, mainly European, and of course also professor from UNISG Academy. Okay, so I'm now going to answer to your question. There were some, so I will try to read them. Otherwise, you can also speak up and do it lively. Okay, so I start from Krishna, that said slow food work was being done in India 2 years ago, not Terra Madre in India. Sorry, I don't understand exactly the question, but anyhow, slow food is active in India. Probably we will also have one community that is not, let's say, do not come actually from slow food activity, but is part of the Horizon 2020 project Next Food, because in Next Food we have two university from India, Kerala and Calcutta University. So they have a group of producers and farmers that work with them. So we have this special connection. Let's say, again, it's not, is finalizing. Then there was another question from Kunihiro. Where will we gain experience with the Terra Madre community in Torino and Brescia? No, you will physically, let's say from from September to March, so the Pollenza, no, Bra period. Yes, you will have contact with the community by, let's say, call, email. We will receive information, so we will have a distant connection. But then from April, May, June, July, you will physically move to the Terra Madre that you have selected, that we have, let's say, selected according to the thematic and country region that you would like to work with. How big is the class number? Maximum 25, minimum 15. But at the moment, we have already 33 requests. Shelby said, will there be an option to the fair acceptance to fall 21 if they can make it in the fall 20 due to without the restriction? So if there will next year, okay. Originally, this master is planned to happen one every 2 years, because we wanted to link this experience to let's say, to Terra Madre event that happen every year, so 2020, 22, 24. That's why we are planning to do not every year this master. What kind of research project were led until now? Could you give some example? Okay, Aurélien, first of all, thank you for being here and for the question. This master is the first edition. Anyhow, we don't have previous experience that I can share with you. On the other hand, the research project is based on learning approach. So there is the community in the center, Terra Madre community, I mean producer, food producer, agricultural producer, or fisherman, or whatever. And then a group of 2-3 students, possible with different background, will develop research question and learning goals. So we'll try, first of all, to observe, understand the community, and then improve some themes that they consider important. And so you will come up with a action plan how to improve the actual situation. And this will give you the tools to develop, first of all, critical thinking, and then practical knowledge on agro-food system. So the themes are huge, could be water, soil, biodiversity, climate change, food quality, consumers, studies, cultural issues, so many, food sovereignty, of course. So agroecology in a very broad dimension, in the food system dimension. Are there any question or specific? Of course, Charles Wolinski from the didactic office, he is able for any answer together with me. Krishna said, 18 years of experience across 4 continents as a culinary expert. Okay, now asset manager to UNITO Award Eco Village for Sustainable Practices. I'm reading the Krishna question. Please help me understand, how do you think it will add value to me? I announced myself in these 12 months. Let's say, Krishna, is not an easy question because I don't know you in details, but anyhow, my question would be, do you have university experience? So this master maybe could help you to develop from one part an academic scientific approach, but with again with an actual learning vision. That means learning through experience, but with a methodological approach that belongs to academic. So I think what we are trying to do is to keep the positive of anyhow scientific approach with the actual learning. So and then you will learn a lot from your peers, not only from professor, from other experience, and you will join worldwide community of former student and actual student. As you see already from this group, there are people from 4 continents, and this is already the people that are enrolling. We have from Africa, from South America, US, Europe, Italy, Japan, China already. So I hope that you will be on board, and I hope to see you soon. So I think I can stop the registration. Anyhow, I'm available for any question, and I really hope to see you on person soon. Thank you.